Hey guys, it's Thomas here again and welcome back to systemsontheroad.com. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the question if randomly generated strategies can actually work and make money in live trading. So let's start a little bit about randomly generated strategies. There are quite a lot of softwares nowadays that can really build a lot of strategies using genetic algorithms and random sampling. And of course the question is, how good can be strategies like this? Now, the first thing you need to understand is that there's nothing wrong in general on random sampling. Random sampling, it's a pretty widely used concept in other industries as well. So for example, pharmaceuticals, they do a lot of random sampling to invent and bring to the market new drugs. They sample a lot of different variations and permutations of different stuff and different treatment candidates and pill candidates, and that's how they basically discover a lot of new potentially life-saving or interesting pills and medicaments every year. So random sampling in general, it's being used by many other industries every day. So there's nothing wrong on this fundamental concept, and I personally like randomness, the accept of the thing of randomness and the advantages of random samplings quite a lot, and use them in trading in many different ways. We can even talk about Monte Carlo analysis, which is an absolutely tremendous tool, and it's all based on random sampling. Okay, so now let's get back to the question: can strategies which are randomly sampled, randomly designed by a random genetic algorithm, can they actually work in live trading? And this question is a little bit more complicated to answer, because this really depends on two main things. The first thing is how good your selection process is, and especially your robustness procedure is, because you really need to have very tough robustness testing process and selection process to make sure that what you will pick at the end of the strategy, random strategy development, will really be robust and high quality, and it will be more than just a random noise. This is a separate topic. I'm not going to talk about this topic today. I'm going to talk about the other topic, which is also very crucial when it comes to randomly generated strategies. And this is the topic: what is the, let's say, underlying architecture within which you are using random sampling, genetic algorithms, and you're trying to produce randomly sampled strategy candidates. And this overall architecture, this environment within which, inside of which you use genetic algorithms and random samplings, that's the key part that really decides how well you can be doing in the future with your strategies. So basically, the worst thing you can do is just using random sampling just for the sake of random sampling. It's a very bad idea to start generating strategies randomly just because you have the luxury of randomness and random and genetic algorithms, and the luxury of the possibility to randomly generate a lot of strategy candidates. In general, there will be too much of noise, a lot of crap, a lot of strategies that will definitely fail. Unfortunately, that's also what a lot of traders do, but that's not what I would recommend you doing. But if you use sound architecture from which you are using, or within which you're using random sampling, that's a completely different story. Now, what I mean by this architecture, that's just my expression. I call it architecture. Basically, what I mean is just you need to use random sampling within already good, high quality, robust and sound model. So normally when you create strategies, you have some idea or some, let's say, some rationale that you want to test, and you do in fact use a lot of randomness in manual strategy development as well. But you're usually coming from some ground of, let's say, some idea or logic or some sound rationale. Now, you need to kind of take the similar way of thinking into randomly generated strategies. So what you need to do, you have to have some general model, which you know it's sound, it's high quality, it's very, very robust, and it's a proven overall model that you know already that it can generate good high quality strategies based on your past experiences or other traders' experiences or whatever. And now when you use this model and you use genetic algorithms and random sampling within this model, within this architecture, now you're working in completely different environment, because this environment is fundamentally sound and fundamentally robust on the base level already. And what you're trying to do, you're just sampling different variations and permutation within this model, or even of this model itself. So now you definitely, if you combine this with very tough and very good robustness testing and selecting process criteria, then you can definitely have absolutely amazing strategies using a lot of genetic algorithms and random sampling. Now, what also you probably would like me to say more in details about what a model like that can look like. What is that particular model, or an example of a particular model that we can use as the underlying architecture inside of which we can use general sampling. I use my own breakout strategies model. If you're interested to learn more about this model, you can go to 14day breakouttradingchallenge.com. Just look at the link below, and there's a completely free webinar. It's for free. It's a webinar where I talk more about my own strategy development model and some other aspect of this process of making strategies using a model and sampling as well. So just go to this link, watch that free webinar, and you'll understand more what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's really all for now. If you have some questions, send them to me at thomas@systemsontheroad.com, and I'll be very happy to record another video about your particular question in the future. So, a lot of greetings and a lot of great and happy trading. Bye bye, it's Thomas here.